Welcome back to Biz Audio, everyone. What a day it has been for ARN. Intern Pete has finally graduated from the KISS breakfast show to Gold FM breakfast. He's graduated from his intern role and he's now joining the Christian O'Connell show, and ARN announced this morning he'd be joining them from May 25th on Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth and Adelaide's Gold. And he's been known as Intern Pete on the Carl and Jackie O show and beyond for the last, I've got to say, 15 years, more than a decade. He's been a key part of the show as a producer. Across his career, he's interviewed a whole bunch of red carpet talent, including Will Smith and a few others, members of the royal family. And so look, I think that this is an interesting move. I think it's future-proofed Pete's career. I worked with Pete for a week when I did my work experience there, and he's a lovely bloke. I've been hearing him on air for years, and it was such an honour to meet him in person. But I think he's this is also something that Peter Samios mentioned to me. It has future-proofed his career. Of course, KISS Breakfast, well, I'll say it bluntly, they had too many producers, and they weren't really going anywhere with a big team like that. So him moving across to Gold has future-proofed his career. I said it again, for a better career on the first ever national breakfast show in Australia. And he will be a roving reporter and a senior producer. And so that's basically what he's been doing at the Carl and Jackie O show. He was on the street, on the carpets and stuff, red carpets, and he interviewed people on the street. I believe he also interviewed Oprah a while back, so that was a nice thing to see. But his final day on KISS will be May 22nd, before making his on-air debut with the Christian O'Connell show on Monday, May 25. And Christian O'Connell is on Gold 101.7 Sydney, Gold 104.3 Melbourne, Gold DAB Plus in Perth, Adelaide and Brisbane from 6 to 9 weekdays. So that's where you can find that show. And over at back at ARN, Chris Fade, my goodness, this is a whole nother chapter that I need to delve into. Now, there's been lots of talk. Who will replace Kyle and Jackie O? I think Chris Fade will be the only big talent that could easily take over the market share and retain the market share that Sydney or the KISS breakfast has in Sydney. He's been in Dubai for a number of years. He was on the Edge as well back 2007, I want to say. But he's had such big success in Dubai, and I would love to see him move over to Australia to do KISS Brekkie. ARN would need to give him a very generous pay packet. But look, I think that would be a great choice from ARN, but they did confirm that they've been holding talks with Chris Fade earlier today. Not earlier today, but earlier today they actually confirmed it. We hadn't had any actual proof that they had been holding talks with him, but now that that's confirmed, I think a lot of us can stop worrying about that. But not too much else happened in the radio world today. Of course, it was Mother's Day over the weekend, and a lot of radio stuff happened at Mother's Day. I had a great time with my mum, gave her some chocolates, and I'm sure you all did too. But look, that's Biz Audio. I'll catch you all tomorrow for a look. I'm going to say it. I don't know what's going to happen next in the audio industry. I loved seeing the news today that Pete was moving over. I saw it on the Game Changers podcast originally. I saw a post by Craig, and I was like, "There's no way this is true." I'll log on to radio today, and there we are. Oh goodness, it's just. I think it's a great move from ARN to try and get the Sydney audience back up there. I think that the current team of Marquee Brooklyn are doing an excellent job, but I think if ARN wants to look 5 years into the future, for example, I'm going to place a bet that Kyle or Jackie O will be back on air in some sort of form. So if they want to retain as much market share as they can, I think Christian O'Connell is definitely the right choice. Marquee is doing an excellent job at the moment. I'm not trying to take away from that. But if they want a big name, someone that can reintroduce themselves to the Sydney, New South Wales audience, I think Chris Fade is the right decision there. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at biz_audio and vote number 22 in the Australian Audio Awards People's Choice for Biz Audio, the best interview podcast category for independent. And make sure to vote number 22, Biz Audio, and I'll see you at the awards night on May 28th.